Enjoy reading the story on Manga Funny channel.
In the previous episode, we reached the part where Raphael, Ludovica, and Sasha argued about helping him delay his plan to head west. Let's continue following the story. She said the Duke could also receive help from others. That means he's just an ordinary person. Do you understand? At this point, he seemed doubtful of her attitude and responded, "If I just listen closely, can I reach the top?" She was shocked, not understanding what was happening. He said, "After you disobeyed the order to sit still on my lap, you expect me to trust you without any basis. Now you're trying to teach your superior?" "Oh no, that's not what I meant," he said. "What kind of punishment should I use to correct that arrogant attitude?" She replied, "Didn't we agree to forgive everything because of that previous play?" He responded, "Slipping up during an inspection is a separate matter." She exclaimed, "What?" At this point, he rang the bell, signaling for the servant to enter. He responded, "You happen to be training in the crocodile cage, aren't you?" The servant began leading her away, perhaps for something to do with the crocodile. Afterward, he ordered her to clean the crocodile cage and its inhabitants. She was dumbfounded, unable to believe she had to do this. She replied, "You want me to clean the crocodile's cage? Sir, that's too much." He thought, anyway, he's a stranger related to this letter. The emperor has a talent for directing public opinion. That's how someone unworthy became emperor. Even though he sent his nephew, who hadn't even participated in the coming-of-age ceremony, to the battlefield, no one doubted the rumors that the emperor loved his young nephew. I don't like how I'm getting him help from someone whose identity I don't even know, but if that person hadn't interfered, I would have been used again by the emperor like a pawn. At this moment, he thought about what she had said. The Grand Duke can also receive help from others. That means you're just a normal person. That arrogant. As he said this, he crumpled the letter, showing his frustration. He stood by the window, observing, and silently thought, I still don't know his identity, but there's plenty of time to keep him around and observe, so there's no need to rush. At this point, she was busy cleaning the crocodile's cage. While the knights were training, she slipped into a secluded bathroom, as she needed to bathe immediately after cleaning the cage. She was covered in the crocodile's smell. Usually, she would bathe when everyone else was asleep. But this time, she would bathe quickly, in just 60 seconds. She couldn't wait any longer when she found a luxurious, private bathroom that she had never seen before. She immediately undressed and took off her wig, revealing her long hair. As she immersed herself in the cool water, it felt wonderful. It had been so long since she had bathed like this without worrying. She wished every day could be like this. Suddenly, there was a noise, and she was startled, thinking someone was coming. She had clearly checked that all the knights were training, so who could be here? Putting that thought aside, she quickly prioritized getting out before getting caught. But when she looked back, there was no one there. She didn't understand what was happening. She thought she was imagining it because of the steam. Still, the feeling was strange. She decided to leave immediately. Suddenly, her wrist was grabbed by a man's hand, and he said, "Who's there?" She thought to herself, "Who managed to come to the pond without making a sound?" He asked, "Outsiders aren't allowed in this place. Are you a spy?" This man was very strong. He said, "Right now there's no one in this area, so calling for help will be useless. Stop resisting pointlessly and answer me. Who sent you here?" She struggled fiercely to escape, but it was futile. She sank to the bottom of the pond, thinking he couldn't dive down, but when he did, she realized it was time to escape from here. At that moment, the knights had finished their training and were entering the bathroom, preventing her from running out of the room. At this time, they chatted about Sasha cleaning the crocodile's cage and joked that today she might actually become crocodile food. Varun said, "How did he clean that place? I wonder if he's bathing or eating." Sasha hates bathing. Maybe he's just eating first. At that moment, she made a noise, drawing everyone's attention to the bathroom she was in. Varan said, "It seems like there's someone there." "Oh, is that Sasha?" "No, don't go there. There's no place to hide." At that moment, the man in the room heard her name. She thought, "If I get caught here, it's over. I can't get thrown out like this." Just then, he opened the door and everyone was shocked. It was Lord Idris. He said, "You all are making too much noise." She was stunned, only now realizing that he was Idris Lekline. Idris used to be a holy knight, allowed to stay directly in the temple, and now he was the deputy commander of the Black Dragon Knights. With his special skills and gentle demeanor, he was an idol among the knights. And he was also known to be truly remarkable. She thought, out of all people, why did I have to get caught by someone like him? Idris ordered everyone to be quiet, and they obeyed, leaving to let him bathe in peace. Suddenly, he said, "Get out right now. You can leave now." She thanked him for helping her, but she didn't know how to explain this. She wasn't suspicious. Standing in front of her was a knight with a stunning physique and long hair. He responded, "I know. Aren't you Lady Charlotte Brabant?" This made her eyes widen in surprise.